Good evening, everyone. It's that time again. It's time we talk some turkey. Hi, I'm Jeanette. I'm the brand ambassador for JD Farms, coming to you live from my home kitchen using items that I have in my fridge, have in my pantry, and of course my JD Farms turkey products that are in my freezer. So tonight's recipe, I don't know about you, but this girl doesn't buy a TV dinner. I will buy the dinners that JD Farms pre-makes because I know all the ingredients in those. But this girl does not buy TV dinners. Why? Because the one pan meal is so super duper fast, so healthy, so easy to make. And basically you can make it with anything in your fridge and pantry, as long as you kind of understand the balance of the flavors that are going to come together to make this extra special. So tonight's recipe is inspired by, I was at Otter Co-op the other day and they had this rutabaga on special. So if you kind of see, it's about the size of my hands kind of put together. I always thought this was a turnip. So apparently a turnip is the one that's white with the purple top, and a rutabaga is kind of got the orangey color at the bottom with the purple top. So sometimes people don't know what to do with these other than peel them, mash them, maybe put them in a stew. They roast up so well. So this recipe, I've got my rutabaga, and I'm going to cut these vegetables up in a very unique way for plate presentation. If it's going to be a one-pan meal, doesn't mean it doesn't have to look delicious on your plate. So I've got 5 carrots. They're all about the same size. I'm going to do something special with those. I've got 2 small cooking onions. Got 4 JD Farms apple brie or brie apple sausages. Guys, if you've never had these or the apple brie burgers, oh my gosh. The really cool thing about these, number one, they're gluten-free. When they're warm, the brie flavor really comes out. When they're cool, the green apple flavor comes out. So you want to make some extra and maybe chop some up and make a bit of a salad, or maybe toss them in with some eggs in the morning. So yeah, guys, this has got to be one of my favorite. Well, no, they're all. The chorizo's really good. The onion's really good. The Italian's really good. The Greek's really good. Oh, I love them all. But for this particular recipe, thinking that flavor of the brie, being that creamy, kind of tart flavor, that sweetness of the apple is going to pair well with the rutabaga because it gets sweeter when it roasts, and the carrots, the onions have got a little bit of heat. And the last crazy ingredient that I'm using from my pantry is a jar of pickled peppers. And you're like, what? Pickled peppers? When these roast, they get sweet heat. So having a little pickled pepper that's hot and roasty on the side to go with this sausage is so good. So the easiest way to take a rutabaga, number one, you have to have a really sharp knife and be very careful. Kind of cut down the middle. The easiest way to prep it. Take off that little bit. Never throw these little pieces out. In my freezer, I have a bag of all my veggie scraps. So when I make my turkey broth or my turkey stock, it goes into my turkey stock. That's a chef trick. My onion peels, my carrot peels, my, oh my God, anything that I'm not using to eat, all the peelings, I save them. Okay. So now we're going to take at about 1 centimeter. Oh, slice. Gotta be careful. Slicing down. Okay. There. Hold on nice and steady. Always watching my knuckles. Lord knows, don't want to go to the hospital. And now I pick up a separate small paring knife. And this is easier. And on a rutabaga, you can kind of see it tells you where you want to cut to get rid of that fibrous skin. So I peel it back, and I'm tossing it in my bowl. So you get the idea. I'm going to do that with all of them. Let me do a couple of more. If anybody's got it, I need that knife. I need a knife that is sharp. Yeah, you know what? I got this knife. I believe this is my favorite brand of knife, Wusthof Trident. I think they call it a Sudoku. No, it begins with an S. The reason why I like this knife, and I have a bigger one that like this, is you'll see these little divots. It prevents things from sticking to the knife. And I believe I bought it either at Well Seasoned or the Gourmet Warehouse. Worth its weight in gold. I don't know. I maybe paid about $150 for it. But my gosh, it stays sharp. And I love that brand. Okay, nice and quick. And I'm leaving them, guys, like this. Because when I take these out and on my plate presentation, I'm going to present it like this. So all the different kind of textures. And you'll see when you do a one-pan bake, you want to have all your ingredients about the same thickness and density so everybody cooks at the same rate. You don't want to have something that's way, way smaller when something that's way, way bigger and it's not going to cook evenly. I also have the JD Farm sausages from Frozen. So if we think about it, the little sausages, are about the same density or hardness, and they're going to cook at the same time or at the same rate. Okay, nice and easy. I love rutabagas. My mom does a recipe where puts brown sugar, cooks them brown sugar, a little butter, and mashes them, so they're really, really good. Okay, so our onion, I'm going to cut it in circles. Again, about the same thickness as our rutabaga slices. And it's going to give a round feature. When I break these up, it's going to give a round feature on our plate. Just because we're making food for ourselves at home doesn't mean it doesn't have to look delicious. Okay, so nice and easy. Now the carrots, I'm just slicing them lengthwise, like so. Because again, that plate presentation, I'm going to lay those along the side. Hey guys, I do have my oven preheating at 350 degrees. This will take probably 45 minutes. So at that halfway mark at about 25 minutes, 30 minutes, I'll go in and give everybody a little bit of a toss. And in it goes. Okay. So I've got my vegetables all ready to go. So I'm going to use the JD Farms Greek seasoning. I love this stuff. It's got red bell pepper and garlic and onion and tomatoes, and it's a really good seasoning for this. And I'm going to be pretty liberal. We have a lot of vegetables here. Good tablespoon. Woo! Nice. Okay, some nice sea salt. All these root vegetables can take quite a bit of salt. So I'm going to say maybe a good teaspoon, teaspoon and a half in there. Let's get some pepper in there. Lots and lots of good pepper, because of that heat of that pepper, the sweet of the roasted vegetables, that creaminess in those JD Farms turkey sausages are going to be phenomenal. So when I pulled out my grapeseed oil, I looked like I had about, that was about a half a cup of oil. That's what I want. So that's going in there. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to set this aside for a second. Now, one of the key pieces, Mama, don't waste anything. So I've got my pickled peppers. I'm going to drain them. And I'm draining them over top of another container. Why? I always keep this juice. It makes phenomenal marinades. So when I'm doing JD Farms, the turkey wings, amazing. Or if you're going to take the fillets, the breast fillets, marinate them in this and then dredge them in flour. It's the secret ingredient. Use this in marinades. I've been known to make like a hot pepper margarita and put it in your margarita. Great, great flavor in here. Never throw that out. Okay. So that's good there. So that's the little secret I wanted to show you there. So now let's bring the pan over and get in there and really get all those flavors mixed around. You know, I would normally use my hands, but oh well. I want to kind of keep them clean. Down it goes. And let's, you know what? Nature gave us a spatula in a rutabaga. Let's get all that. And because I'm talking, this is taking longer than normally what it would do. So I just have a little piece of parchment paper. Cutting it up. Kind of making sure there's nothing overlapping. So you kind of have that air and that heat all the way around. Okay. Let's get those peppers in there. I'm telling you guys, once you roast these little peppers, you go, what? I never would have thought. Okay. And let's nestle those JD Farms sausages in there. If you kind of put it next to a little bit of a pepper and the oil, it's going to get some of that flavor. And we're snuggling that in. Also, guys, gotta tell you, the easiest dishwashing. Because when this comes out of the oven, I will plate this up, make it look nice on a platter. Then you take the parchment paper into the recycling bin. So I'm going to get this into the oven. Like I said, I've got my oven preheating at 350 degrees. At about the 20-minute mark, I'll go in and give everybody, the sausages, a bit of a turn and everybody a bit of a turn. I'll take my knife and kind of poke and see if this is getting softer and the carrot is getting softer, so I know I'm getting there. So it could take 45 minutes, it could take 50 minutes. It all depends on the heat of your oven as well as how big of slices. And you'll kind of see that the onions will start to get a little bit of a char. Mary Lee Mitchell, are you watching this? Oh, Brenda. I hope lots of people are watching this, or at least on the replay. You know, you can always take this link and forward it on to a friend afterwards. But this is my idea of a TV dinner. So you could switch this out with potatoes and carrots and some celery and nestle in those JD Farms sausages. You could take sweet potatoes. I love sometimes the chorizo sausage at JD Farms. I will nestle them in with peppers and sweet potatoes in there and then serve it with a little bit of a smoky sour cream on the side and maybe some sauerkraut. JD Farms has got fermented for life spicy sauerkraut. Goes really well. I might do that on the side with this because I have a couple of bags in my fridge. So there you go, guys. I'm telling you, super duper fast, super duper healthful. And right now, our root vegetables that are really good value in our markets, because our markets are wanting to clean out the root vegetables to make room for the new vegetables that are going to be grown this summer. So enjoy your night. I'll take a picture of this, and then I'll take a picture when it comes out and also plate it. Enjoy your night, everybody, and I'll see you back next Thursday. I'm going to do a special turkey breast roast instead of a whole turkey for Easter. So enjoy your night, and thank you always for tuning in. I so appreciate you guys all. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, Rhonda, you're very welcome. Have a great night, everybody.